How you doing? I'm Chris, and hopefully you're about to see some entertaining footage. So, a few months ago, a really good friend and I went camping up in the mountains because that's where she used to do a lot of her naturalist or ranger work, and she did a lot of research with rattlesnakes and stuff, and that's what we were hoping to find. Unfortunately, down south there was a hurricane occurring and it had driven a ton of rain. This is what happens when Debbie hangs out with us. Remember that stuff? That was water that actually fell from the skies. I'm not even lying. But anyways, that storm had driven so much water up north that the towns below had reached a state of emergency. A lot of things were washed out. It looked like a disaster zone. And they kept on bumping our campsites farther and farther up the hill. Yeah, this is cool. I wonder what this looked like last night. Needless to say, we didn't actually get to explore or find quite as much as we had hoped, but there were some funny things caught on film that I'll share with you in a second. But later on, the sky had opened up and the clouds parted to reveal one of the most incredible night skies I had ever seen, aside from like Green Bank in West Virginia. I mean, there were stars all over the place, and you could see the Milky Way with your naked eye. I mean, it wasn't all colorful, but you definitely knew what you were looking at. And so, you know, we enjoyed that and watched a bunch of meteors for a while. And then I started to take some photos of the sky. That's when I noticed something rather curious. And, well, check it out. So far, I mean, we just started searching. We haven't found much besides a bunch of millipedes. Found a skull. And this is a blister beetle. Look how it's keeping the antenna straight up like that. You see that? These are often called oil beetles, but the reason they're called blister beetles is because they can secrete this little substance, it's usually kind of orange, out of their joints, and it causes some people blisters. I've never gotten blisters, although I almost never get they also, you know, like I don't get the liquid on me because you see it's not putting the liquid out. I guess you have to really stress them for that. And the reason they call them oil bugs is because they often have this oily sheen. Like this one's like an iridescent blue, iridescent greenish. And they'll come right out in the bright sunlight and feed on like onion grass and stuff like that. But they're really neat beetles, really neat insects. So isn't that cool? So this is just the beginning of the...
There's something up there.
Yeah, I heard that. But I wouldn't worry about it, because that happens constantly at night. Absolutely constant.
Sorry.
No, you're cool, you're cool.
Paranoid.
That's okay. Here, I'll take
I know
it for a
what's
sec.
in these woods.
So there's some noises.
I know exactly what's in these woods.
There was noise behind it. Oh wait, I forgot that I had my light. So there are some noises behind us, which could be bobcat. You know, there are porcupines and stuff here. I mean, there's a lot of noise at night, and things settle with the temperature differentials and all that stuff, but there's a lot of nocturnal animals, and there's a lot of timber rattlesnakes in this area. They don't usually make that kind of noise, but you never know. I would love for a bobcat to show up. It's the mountain lion that you want to worry about when it comes up from behind, that's for sure. But awesome blister bug, blister beetle, whatever you want to call it. Let's go on to the next thing. Funny. Well, that's okay. When I first saw the hamsters mating, because my younger brother had a pet hamster, a Russian dwarf, I think, and then I had a regular hamster. And we let them hang out. And I was like, holy cow, they're not trained or anything, and they know how to give each other piggyback rides. I ran to Mom, and I'm like, Mom, look, they know how to do piggyback rides. And she's like, that's not what they're doing. We can't let them do that. And it was already too late.
That's like when I explained.
Okay, now I don't know what this thing is, but every 12 seconds it blinks. It's been doing it for 6 minutes now. It's in the exact same spot every time. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What is that? It's in the exact same spot this entire time. And there's another one straight up and slightly behind me doing the same thing, not far from Cassiopeia. I saw the same thing going on. I wonder if I can show you that. 24, it's every 12 seconds. That airplane's about to pass under it right about now. Right there. Watch, I'll count off, okay? Give me a minute here. Okay, 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See? Now watch. One 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's got to be some kind of stationary satellite, I guess. How about that night sky? I mean, the stars were in such abundance that sometimes I caught myself rubbing my eyes just to think clearly, which was challenging to begin with because, as you probably know, I barely ever sleep before a camping trip or something social, and I didn't sleep more than an hour or two during that trip, most unfortunately. As for that blinking in the sky, my theory was, and it still remains, that it's some kind of geosynchronous or geostationary satellite. Right? They're both kind of the same thing, but the geostationary satellites are generally around the equator, right? They're equatorial satellites, if you will. And the geosynchronous satellites, they can be at any, location around the planet, but they match, their descent into orbit matches the rate of the Earth's rotation. So it makes them appear to be stationary around the planet. So imagine spinning in a circle and you're holding your hand out. It looks like it's in the same spot, but you're both moving. That's my best guess. Has to be a geosynchronous satellite. I've just never seen them before because rarely have I ever been in a location where the sky was so spectacularly clear. Wow. I can't wait to have better equipment or see more things like that. I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry I talked a whole lot, but it's been very hard for me to film this year and the last few years really because there's been so much on my mind and contending with so many things that, I don't know, kind of distracted me a whole lot. I hope to see you again. Thanks a lot for watching the video, and once again, Chris Egnoto, signing out.
Yeah, always, right?
That's incredible.